spring 2025 season has come and gone, and July has come with a bunch of new anime that is in store for us. And I have watched a total of 19 anime from this previous spring 2025 season, which was... So we are going to be here ranking all the anime that I watched on a tier list here. We're live on stream, twitch.tv/azlorlar, by the way. Check it out. And here we go. All right, chat, here we go. This is it. Look at this. We got a big tier list here. We got S, A, B, C, D, of course. And then we got an actual extra row here that says we'll watch at some point in the future. Because obviously I cannot watch everything. It's just impossible because, you know, knowing my schedule and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put all the anime that I was going to watch onto there because I will definitely at some point watch it. Here we go. Let's go ahead, get started, and let's not waste any more time because this spring season, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell everybody right now, man, the spring season was pretty not as good. All right, let's just put it that way. It was just not as good. Okay, so that's not obviously surprising knowing like what the July summer 2025 anime lineup is. Actually, what I wanted to do first is I wanted to go ahead and fill out this final row here first, the we'll watch at some point in the future, because I think it'd just be better if we could just get that stuff out of the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and just name off the anime that I was going to definitely watch at some point. So here we go, the Konosuba OVAs. Have not watched that yet. From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, did not watch that one, but apparently it was pretty decent. Okay. My Hero Academia Vigilantes season 2 got announced, by the way. Spin-off of My Hero. I'm putting that there because I'm not caught up on My Hero. In fact, I have not watched any My Hero at all. And before you guys once again kill me, it's only because I'm a recent new anime watcher. Okay, chill out on me if you call summer 2020 recent. Food for My Soul, I heard this one was great. A great slice of life anime. Will have to check it out at some point. The Dinner Table Detective was also one that I was going to check out at some point. And Shirley as well. I heard Anne Shirley is pretty decent. I think I'm gonna wait until that ends though, because it is a double core anime. Rock is a Lady's Modesty is another one that was very well received this spring season, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that out at some point as well. Yeah, I heard this was a pretty sleeper hit. Once again, it's impossible to watch everything, man. It really is. To Be Hero X also from China, you know, think of Link Click. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and check that out because apparently To Be Hero X, especially the animation, just goes absolutely nuts. Right, and this one as well. It's called Catch Me at the Ballpark. That's another romance one that apparently was pretty decent. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all those into that row first, just to break it down for those who may be wondering as to like, oh, if a certain anime gets ranked or not. I'm just gonna put it right there. There you go. That's the row of we'll watch at some point in the future. I can vouch for a Rock is a Lady's Modesty. That one is pretty good. Gotcha. Let's begin. Fire Force season 3. I thought it was good. I think Fire Force as a series is a decent series. I did think that it wasn't as crazy as it was from the previous seasons. At the same time, it definitely took a more serious tone this time around, and a second core is scheduled to air in January of next year. But I thought season 3 was still decent. It wasn't as great than season 1 and 2. I'm gonna put it as a B because I think that's at least fair. You know, I think that's fair. Okay, next up here that I recognize. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level season 2. This season of 300 slimes wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great either. Because I think for me personally, the formula of season 1 grew to season 2, but it didn't exactly do much other than that. Like, there wasn't really a crazy arc. Obviously, this is just an anime where, you know, Azusa's harem just grows. So I'll be honest with you, I think this is going to be going into C because I liked 300 Slimes. I think it's a funny anime. I don't think it's that crazy. I don't think it's that groundbreaking. I think it's pretty, I think it's a pretty standard isekai anime where Azusa, again, grows her harem. It's at least still entertaining to give you a chuckle, you know, here and there. Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a C there for now, but I'll be honest with you, I think it's probably gonna stay there. Next one is The Apothecary Diaries season 2. Oh my goodness. So chat, Viewers, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. I think Apothecary Diaries is going to be the only anime that is going to be an S. Being very dead ass right now. I think Apothecary Diaries is going to be the only anime in S. Not to spoil anything else, but just saying, I don't think there's any other anime from the spring season specifically that rivals Apothecary Diaries in terms of production and story and characters. There is one, but we'll get to that later. But I think Apothecary Diaries this season specifically, absolutely amazing. Mao Mao obviously steals the show. Jinshi obviously steals the show, but the other characters get some love. The story this season and the storytelling, great, because it all connects to some things and some other things that I cannot say because of spoilers. You guys just have to go ahead and find out if you haven't watched Apothecary Diaries yet. This is your message right now. If you haven't watched Apothecary Diaries, please do so. It is definitely worth your time. Mao Mao is one of the best female protagonists of this decade. Okay. Apothecary Diaries going to S, and I think it's going to be the only S anime this spring season. I don't think there's any other anime that's going to be on S. I don't think. Next one up is Lycoris Recoil. These are the shorts. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on there because why not? I mean, they were shorts. They weren't anything crazy. It's just great to see Chisato and Takina in action. I'll just give it a B. Or actually, I don't know about that. I'm not gonna be super nice. I could have given this a B, but I think I'll go C. It's only because it's short, and it's only because it's literally like 2 to 3 minutes. I want more. Just give us the second season already. I loved Lycoris Recoil. It needs the second season or whatever their next project is to come out soon. Because if this was the actual anime, like the actual show from 2022, it would be here. Because these are the shorts, I'm just gonna give him the benefit. I'm just gonna put in C. Okay, next one up is Go-Go Loser Ranger Season 2. Unfortunately for this one, I think Go-Go Loser Ranger Season 2, at least, was not as great compared to Season 1. And that really sucks because I was really hoping that the issues from Season 1 would potentially be better than Season 2, but unfortunately it just did not really bode well. Especially the final arc of this season got rushed to hell. So I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and check out the manga instead for this, because I really like the concept of this story of Go-Go Loser Ranger. I really like it. I like the characters involved with it. Fighter D is voiced by, of course, you know, Subaru's VA, the GOAT. I really like the concept. But Season 2, I feel like, just kind of fell flat a little bit in almost every single area. So I'm going to go with a C here. It's not D, but it's definitely a C. I like it here as a C. I don't know. I just feel like there were a lot of things going on. There was a lot of pacing stuff at the end that kind of like soured my mood a little bit. I was like, and then when the final episode ended and the credits started rolling, I was like, oh, that's it? Oh, damn. Okay. So I was kind of baffled with the way they ended the season. Unfortunately, I think Season 1 is better of Go-Go Loser Ranger. Season 2 is still okay at best. I hope you're okay dealing with a rushed arc. Some slowness as well. Next one up here is... Oh my goodness, man. Next one up here is Your Forma. Now, to anyone who missed, or maybe they noticed from when I was doing my spring 2025 breakdown in terms of like what I was watching, I mentioned how I was looking at Your Forma, and I said that this anime was going to be the sleeper hit of the season. It was going to get massive ratings later on in the season. At Your Forma. This one, I think, might be the dark horse of the season, and it hasn't even started yet. Only because the synopsis is so interesting. Guess what? It absolutely was shit. All right. This is going to be the first D in my tier list because Your Forma was not great at all. And it's so unfortunate because the concept of this world that is Your Forma, it was so interesting, in fact. But for some reason, and apparently this is according to some like Reddit comments and whatnot, apparently for some reason they started episode 1 with the second volume of the book. Why? Why would you do that? Because right when episode 1 started, I was already confused with what was going on. And it was so unfortunate because as it kept going on, because after the first initial arc ended, because I was really curious about like a humanoid robot society with humans. I was really looking forward to that concept being good, but it just did not. It fell flat in almost every single area. And I was just not, unfortunately, invested in almost any of the characters. I didn't think the writing was that great either. And unfortunately, I just think this one just fell flat for me. It just sucks. It just sucks. So unfortunately, your Forma is going to be going there into D. Next one up here is ZatsuTabi. That's Journey. This one is one of the many slice of life, cute girls doing cute things anime in spring 2025. This one I resonated with a lot because it was just Chika and she was, you know, an aspiring mangaka. There were many times where she struggled with work. Every single time she struggled with work, she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and get away so I can think about things and get inspired by things. And that's basically what the anime did, while also being able to explore different places with her friends. And it was very fun. I'm gonna give this a B. It was funny because I saw people say how basic and generic it was, and I was like, I can kind of see that, but Chika's feelings of like, you know, trying and trying and trying but then failing kind of resonated with me because I'm trying to find a job right now. So I thought her character really was relatable, which is why I really liked it so much. I would watch a second season of this if it ever came to fruition. Very fun. I like the characters. You learn a lot about Japanese culture. You really do through this anime. You really did. It was a very decent anime. Very nice traveling anime. So yeah, it's gonna be there in a B. The next one up here is... oh, here we go. SHOSHIMIN, How to Become Ordinary, Season 2. Wow, what a step up season 2 is, man. What an absolute step up. Because I remember going into season 2 and I thought to myself, wow, this is a season 2 that's coming out. And I really thought the first season was pretty good. It's just the worst part about it is I don't think it's an anime that everyone can enjoy. I feel like a specific amount of people can enjoy this anime. Season 2 of SHOSHIMIN honestly was breathtaking. It really was. And this was the anime that I mentioned earlier that could have potentially rivaled Apothecary Diaries in a few ways. Apothecary Diaries will obviously still take it, but SHOSHIMIN is going straight to A because it absolutely deserves it. Why? Kobato and Osanai. Oh man, I can't say much because I don't want to spoil things, but man, How to Become Ordinary, huh? Oh yeah, well, ooh. Lots of mysteries in this series, and it's also written by the person who made Hayuka from many years back. If you're interested in mysteries, solving mysteries, and how these high schoolers just solve these mysteries, please watch SHOSHIMIN. It is definitely worth your time. In season 1, while I thought it was good, season 2 absolutely blows it out of the water. I can't even describe, man. It is so freaking good, man. Every single time I watched this anime and a new episode comes out, I was absolutely glued to the screen with what was going on. The tensions, the OST, the animation, by the way, in this anime looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. Give SHOSHIMIN a shot if you're interested in mystery solving kinds of anime. Please. It's worth your time. So that's the first A. The next one, Aharen-san Season 2, was also very good. And the way it ended, at least for Season 2, was very, very satisfying. So Season 2 of Aharen-san is also going to go to a B here. I think the characters involved this season were very nice. Aharen-san and Raido were very cute together. There was growth between not only the main characters, but the side characters as well. And I really enjoyed the dynamics between everybody. So yeah, I definitely thought Aharen-san Season 1 was okay. I was like, yeah, that's all right. Season 2, this is another example. It doesn't blow it out of the park, but it's definitely way better than Season 1. So yeah, if you like another romance slice of life show, Aharen-san is right there. Check it out. Okay, here we go. Summer Pockets. Summer Pockets is still currently airing because it is a double core consecutive, so it will end in September. But so far, from what I've watched, it's been pretty decent. I'm kind of confused. I'm not gonna lie. Apparently, and of course many people are gonna say this, the visual novel game is just overall better no matter what anyway. I will probably take their word for it. In terms of Summer Pockets, I think it's tough because I think it could be a C, but I think it also could be a B. It's tough. It is so tough. I think, you know what? I think for right now, I'll give Summer Pockets a C. In terms of Summer Pockets against these 3 anime right here, I think it's definitely the best. I'm not ranking these, by the way. Like, I'm just putting them on the letter row. Yeah, I think Summer Pockets is decent. I'm kind of confused in some points. It is definitely pretty damn slow. I'm not gonna lie either. I think it's good, and it just needs time to cook. The recent arc, by the way, which aired, very good. Very good. I liked it. But yeah, so far, I think Summer Pockets could be a C, but it's definitely borderlining a B. Next one up here is Mono. Oh my goodness, Mono, aka Laid Back Camp season 3.5. What are we doing here, man? I think what's hilarious about Mono is that it takes place in the same universe as Laid Back Camp, because the person who, you know, made it also made Laid Back Camp, so it definitely made sense. You also saw some Laid Back Camp characters make a cameo appearance in the anime, which was also pretty freaking dope. I'm not gonna lie. Mono was so much fun, man. It was so much fun. B. It's gonna go to a B here. What I will say though is it's definitely better than That's Journey, but Mono, very fun to watch. The animation, for some reason, in some parts were like kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there was a lot of production value into that specific anime. So if you're a fan of Laid Back Camp, if you're a fan of cute girls doing cute things, if you're a fan of just slice of life traveling anime in general, you have to watch Mono. You just have to. And if you're a Laid Back Camp lover, you have to watch. You just have to. You have to watch Mono. Give Mono a shot, because I really thought it was a great anime. All right, next up here. Oh man, Apocalypse Hotel. Man, dude, wow. Let me tell you, very genuinely surprised with this anime, because it wasn't original. You know, obviously you go into this with no expectations. It's like, you know, what happens. Oh my goodness. Apocalypse Hotel, I think, was definitely better in the second half. It still was good in the first half, but the second half absolutely blew me away because, 1, the production value is amazing. 2, the writing in this anime is so freaking good. I can't really say much because of spoilers. I think it's definitely one of those anime that you just have to watch it. Yeah, obviously, if you're interested in it. Yachio is such a great character to follow. And the people that she meets, so charming. And the designs of so many of these characters, so cool. Like, so damn cool. To anybody who doesn't know, Apocalypse Hotel, like, obviously takes place post-apocalypse. Yachio is a humanoid bot who takes care of a hotel because she's programmed to do so, but she has human tendencies and whatnot. This is basically her journey on trying to make sure and hope that humans come back to Earth. Because humans escaped Earth because of, I think it was a virus or something. Yeah, I thought it was a very charming story. Yachio was a great character to follow. I think this one is gonna go alongside Shoshimin for A, because the second half of the anime was so freaking good, man. It was so good. I was like, wow. The writing in this anime, again, is just so freaking good. It's so good. It's definitely pretty smart. I'll say that much. Oh boy, I wish I didn't really have to rate this one, but yeah, obviously I have to. It is what it is. Please put them on Takamine-san. I just don't have anything else to say. It's going straight to D. It's just, the animation was so fucking stiff. It was so stiff. The MC is horrible. Kazuya levels of shit. It's just so bad. I don't really have to say anything else about this one. It's just, it was shit. All right. It was bad. All right. That's all I gotta say. That's all I have to say about that one. Next one up is, Windbreaker Season 2. I liked Windbreaker, and I continue to like it as well with Season 2. I like the characters that got involved with this season, and I like Sakura's growth as a character as well. It's gonna go to B though, because I definitely thought it was a bit slower, but I like the fights, the animation is still top notch, and I still like the characters. It's still a pretty decent series. So yeah, Windbreaker Season 2 is gonna go to a B. I really wish that they announced a Season 3, but I guess not. I love Sakura's development in this. I wish we had more Kotaha screen time, please. I really like all the characters in this anime, especially that who got introduced. Tsubaki, very cool character. He's a very nice character, and there was an arc in there that really like tugged at my heartstrings, and I thought that was pretty dope to see. All right, next up here. Okay, so YAIBA is another anime that is currently still airing, Double Core. It's the second of 3 anime. The third one is going to be rated later, but YAIBA is right now, at the moment, I think it's a B. I really like this series. I really like the way it's animated. And I just think for me personally, we have a character who has to defeat this guy and obviously has to get powerful orbs to do it. But the adventures that YAIBA goes on, I think makes this entire journey, if I'm being honest with you, more fun. Because for some reason, let me just look up the character's name really quick. Yeah, for some reason we have a sea cucumber man as a character. And Sayaka is an adorable character. He is obviously very easily annoyed with YAIBA's antics, but I think YAIBA's growth is getting there. I think it's a pretty decent anime to watch. I think it's very entertaining. It has those Saturday cartoon early morning vibes, which is actually kind of perfect because that's literally when the anime airs and releases. So perfect. Here we go. We're in the final 4 here. Kowloon generic romance. I think this is also gonna go to a B, but borderline C. And that sucks kind of to say because the anime had so much promise, but I felt as though that it kind of dwelled on things way too long. What I will say is this is definitely a show that is worth probably better binging than watching and waiting weekly. I love Kujirai, and I like the characters are very interesting. The mysteries involving this anime specifically are very, very interesting. I don't think I've ever had an anime where the problems and the mysteries that involved this story and universe, I don't think I've ever seen that in an anime. It was definitely very interesting. And the old setting, it was an old setting because of where this anime takes place, but it almost felt fresh because I don't think I've ever really seen an anime setting where it's set in, like, you know, it felt old. I like the art style. I like some of the characters. I just wish it kind of got moving along quicker, you know? I think other people could potentially have that same idea, but I think I definitely want to read the manga at some point as well. But yeah, Kujirai, she's a very cute character. Very cute. Next one up is, oh my god, dude. Giguk made an entire video on this, god. Can a boy-girl friendship survive? Yeah. I think it deserves that. No, look, man. Here's my thing. Okay, here's my thing. If this man Garn creates an entire 17-minute video on this specific anime with 1 million views,
Who let her out the house?
oh my god, I watched this entire video and I could not agree any further than what Garnt said, because this anime fucking frustrating, man. I can't yell at the top of my lungs, obviously, but holy fuck, this anime was so aggravating to watch, bro. Oh my goodness, it was so fucking bad. Enomoto deserves better. She deserves better than those two fucks. All right? She deserves better, bro. What are we doing, man? First off, she sucks. All right? She sucks. Hold on, let's get a good look at this guy. This guy sucks. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's play this scene right here. Let's play this scene. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Let's just play this scene right here. Watch this scene.
She actually going in? Finally! At least she's actually being sincere.
おいひまり、その左手見せてみろ。 A few moments later.
Wait for it.
But you just...
That's what I'm saying. This girl fucking terrible, man. She sucks. No, yeah. It's going there. That's all I gotta say. If I don't need to say anything else. RBM? Oh, yeah. No. I'm not gonna say anything else. Sorry, I'm chewing on some tapioca right now. All I'm gonna say is you just watch that scene from Garn's video, and that's what the anime was literally about. That bitch was insane. Anyways, let's continue. We're almost done. Let's go over Witch Watch first. Witch Watch is the third anime that is going into the summer season, Double Court. I like Witch Watch, honestly. So yeah, I think it goes there. I think for me personally with Witch Watch, I think it definitely needs some arcs, and there was one arc, obviously. So yeah. It's been very funny. The other jump references are very hilarious. I will say that much. Go is hilarious. The cat is hilarious. Khan is hilarious. Moy is obviously, you know, he's the more stoic male, and, you know, he's just trying to make sure that, you know, Nico doesn't get hurt and whatnot. But yeah, Witch Watch is very fun. It's, again, I feel like with that, it's very funny. It's just, I think it needs more growth within the characters, and I wish, you know, it's kind of what I want. There is some, and it's definitely getting there, but I want more of it, you know? But yeah, I think for me, Witch Watch is just fun. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing amazing, but it's definitely a great anime to go ahead and watch if you want to laugh, because that anime is definitely funny. Last one is going to be here, Lazarus. Oh man, what do I do here? What do I do here, man? You know what? I'm not gonna be nice. It goes there. So Lazarus, it's unfortunate because this anime is going to be the last one that we cover here, and it sucks because Lazarus I thought was going to be pretty decent, but it just wasn't. I swear to God, if you watch the first episode, or maybe even the first 2 episodes, and then you watch the final episode, nothing of note. The middle episodes, except for some very specific few, are just not worth watching because the story does not progress at all. It just doesn't. And even then, I feel like for the character standpoint, I didn't really care for any of them except for probably one. And that was, I have to take a look at her character first because I don't even remember the names. Elena, because I thought she was pretty interesting. Everybody else was kind of just like, whatever. Watanabe, the director, it just felt like that the series wanted to be something that it just couldn't. Like, I'm pretty sure that he wanted to capture the Cowboy Bebop vibes that he had all those years ago, but this anime does not, no, it just cannot do it. It just can't do it. What I will say, though, is that it was at least entertaining. It was entertaining to watch. One of the bigger points of myself whenever I watch a movie or an anime or a TV show or anything, one of the major points is obviously you got the characters and story. I felt like Lazarus had a nice and interesting premise to it, but when you have episodes, or when you have a 13 episode run where it felt like you didn't get anywhere from episodes 3 to 11, it's almost a waste of time, almost, you know? And that sucks because, again, as I mentioned a few seconds ago, the premise of Lazarus was so interesting, but it just fell short. And I felt like the potential of where the story could have gone, it really easily could have been easily one of the best anime to potentially release this year. But it just never lived up to its hype. You gave it the 3 episode treatment and dropped it. Honestly, props on you, because I kept checking in just to hopefully see that it could potentially be good. But it just never really caught. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great at all. It's definitely the definition of mid. Borderline bad, but I'm not going to give it bad because I could tell that the production standpoint was good. But the thing is, that's not going to go ahead and excuse the shit writing it has and the fact that we don't go absolutely anywhere for like 9 episodes straight. It sucks. It really sucks. I think that is going to do it. I think that is going to be the tier list for spring 2025. I like this. I like this a lot. That is going to be my spring 2025 tier list, chat. Anyone Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Do you potentially like look at this and realize, wow, this man Larlar has terrible taste? Or maybe you're thinking, wow, this man Larlar has amazing taste. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments, because this spring season was definitely, if I'm just being completely honest with you, forgettable. If I told somebody that was following seasonal anime, if I just told them that, yeah, you could probably just easily skip this one if you wanted to, then you could. There still obviously are some great shows. All the B tier plus B, A, and S tier obviously are all anime that I would definitely recommend. And then obviously I still have some anime here that I mentioned that I will watch at some point in the future. Rock is a Lady's Modesty, I heard, is pretty great. To Be Hero X is pretty good. Food for My Soul, pretty good. Vigilantes, My Hero Academia is pretty good. I obviously will have to check it out at some point. But yeah, that's my tier list. So yeah, chat, viewers, do you guys disagree, agree with my tier list? Do you think something else should be somewhere else? Like, do you probably think of this maybe? Hell no. But yeah, that is my tier list, chat. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you have any sort of comments, and if you guys want to let me know what you guys are watching this summer, I already made my video of what I will be watching, so you guys make sure to check that out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Do you agree with, disagree with my tier list? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, thank you guys. Peace, 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 peace. Thank you guys so much for watching.